Hello, long time no video, and it's not from lack of trying or just deciding not to film. I've just been so busy working on a few courses, and that has genuinely spent so much of my time, like the past 3 or so weeks or longer, probably the entirety of Feb, minus the last week, because last week I had some fondant cakes, plenty of fondant cakes to work on. But I'm finally done. I'm finally done making my courses and like getting the things I've been wanting to do like in my head, finally bringing them to life. And I'm so proud of myself. Before I get to the courses, one of the things that was like I kept trying to talk myself into doing but never actually setting it into motion was I kept saying to myself, especially, the thing about baking is I think the thing I struggle with the most is having to be constantly on my phone, having to be constantly available. I don't like being available 100% of the time, and that genuinely does take a toll on me, having to constantly chat with clients. So one of the things I was saying, because of how people tell me you're already quite good at this, you shouldn't quit. So one of the things that was in my head last year was, considering I am aware that I am kind of good at not baking, decorating, because that's the part of baking that I actually like. I was telling myself I should hire out myself to like other bakers, so they take the orders and then they come to me for like decorating. I decorate on behalf of you, the baker, and then you go back to your client. Me and your client never meet, never talk. If you ever tell your client I did the cake, that's fine, but it's basically like you're acting as the broker. I don't know, but you're hiring out my decorating skills. So I kept telling myself I should do that, I should try that, but never put the plan into motion, or it never left my head. And then randomly, in Feb, like at the beginning of Feb, I just got a call, someone asking if they can hire me for a wedding cake. They've already taken the order and they want me to do the deco part for them because they're not confident with fondant and they don't want to struggle further than that, considering it's someone's wedding. And at first I was a bit apprehensive, but then I thought, this is something I genuinely wanted to do but never got to do it, never even announced it. So maybe it's one of those things you put out into the universe and then they come back to you without you having to struggle. So I was like, you know what? Since they approached me and it wasn't me who gave them the idea, why not just say yes and see how it will go? And you know what? It turned out to be such a wonderful collaboration. Basically, yeah, let me call it a collaboration, because I enjoyed working on the cakes. I didn't have the stress of how will the client, like, yes, to me this baker is a client, but I didn't have to keep worrying about, is the cake going to be enough? All I had to worry about was, is my ganache enough and is my fondant enough? And I really hope this cake travels safely, and it did. I was so happy about that. But at least I didn't have the pressure I normally get every time I have to do a wedding cake, especially on delivery day. It was bliss for me, and I was like, I want to do this constantly. So if you're watching this in Nairobi and you want to hire out my hands for you, I am available, but you have to give me quite the amount of notice because I'm still taking my orders. Then the second thing is definitely the courses. I get so many comments, DMs of people asking me if they can learn from home, like on their own and such. And I always say, not now, I'm working on it, but I never work on it because there's just so many things that need to be involved before you can have available courses. But end of February, I was like, you know what? It's never going to be the right time, because at first I was like, let me save money to build a like a proper website that guys can purchase the courses. I can build the courses perfectly, and then after I build a website, hire out a team to come help me with filming so that the course is easy to understand. And then what was my next excuse? Like, if I hit certain milestones, I'm going to do it. Especially for like Instagram, I opened a new page and I was like, if I hit 5k, what are they called on Instagram, 5k followers, I'm going to do it. If I hit 20k on YouTube, I'm going to do it. Like, I keep shifting the goalposts. And you know what, I realized the biggest challenge isn't how many subscribers I have or followers. It's not even ever going to be financial. It's mainly going to be, I've never gotten the ball rolling. I've never had to like prep for it. So I decided, instead of starting with these huge video classes, let me start with simple things that I know I can type out and send you a PDF, and then you can always check it out for your audio free time when you're available. But I thought this would take me like a weekend to compile, but let me tell you, I keep saying I'm going to launch it next week, I'm going to launch it next week, I'm going to launch it on Monday. Monday comes, I'm going to launch on Wednesday, because in my head I thought it can't take that long, but it's taken so long. It's taken close to a whole month, and I'm genuinely still in disbelief. But at this point, I feel like it's done, it's perfect. I don't think there's anything more to add or take away, and if there is, maybe that can be shared in the future. But at this point, I feel like it's perfect. And instead of keeping like this to myself and waiting for a new Monday to come for me to post it, I've just decided there's never going to be the best time to post it. I have decided it's going live Monday morning. Not Monday morning, Monday. Let me say Monday, so I don't give myself pressure for Monday morning and then KPLC does the thing it's been doing lately. So Monday, I have 3 courses coming up on Monday, and fingers crossed, nothing happens for me to not post by Monday. And I'm trying not to have a timeline like Monday 10 a.m. Hence, let me not say Monday morning. I just want to lessen the pressure for myself. So it's going to go live on Monday, either Monday 10 a.m. or Monday 11:59 p.m. But it's going to go live on Monday. The course is going to be up on Monday. I have worked so hard. I really hope it's easy for everyone to understand, especially the spreadsheet. I remember when I made the how to calculate your cake prices video, I did mention one of the things I didn't know was how to make a spreadsheet. But then I asked myself, I understand things so quickly. Why do I have this barrier in my head that I won't be able to create a spreadsheet that's very easy to use? And firstly, the spreadsheet is the one that took me like a whole week to learn how to do the formulas, how to make it, to perfect it. But the more I typed like an explanation, the longer it took. Like, the more I fixed the spreadsheet, and the more I fixed the spreadsheet, the more I realized I am also like not charging properly for other things like my overheads and my what's it called, especially my overheads. I realized the method I had for overheads and labor, I never applied it when it got to like 4 kg cakes and more. So I reeled myself back in and started thinking, especially with the way things keep going higher and higher, the prices, I should definitely have worked on that regularly. So one of the things I made sure to do is make my spreadsheet as easy to follow, as easy to adjust as possible. Like, all you guys have to do is input your what's it called, how much you purchase the item for and how much it weighs, or how many pieces. Like a tray of eggs, I buy an egg tray that has 30 pieces of eggs at a certain price. So if a recipe calls for 7 eggs, Like if I just input 1 kg cake is 7 eggs, the entire spreadsheet just adjusts itself. That's the thing I wanted. Like when I send it to you, all you have to do is put your actual, how much you're purchasing the items for, and your recipe for 1 kg, and everything else will be done for you. Like you won't have to struggle with math if things, because that's another thing I thought about. We absorb so much, like absorbing every time there's inflation, we absorb. Like when butter moved from 500 shillings to now it's close to 800 shillings for 500 grams, it's impossible to absorb that cost for yourself. So in that moment when you have no choice but to fix, like sit down and check your prices again, I wanted to see how possible it would be. Like all I have to do is grab my phone and put the new cost for margarine, for butter, for milk, eggs, and then it just click done and it's fixed. And let me tell you, I am genuinely personally so in love with it. There's nothing I have to do. I remember there's a time I bought a spreadsheet. I think this was 2018 or 2019, and it was so difficult to use to the point I was like, that's the worst, because I bought it for I think $20 or $30. It was not cheap, but it was so hard to use to the point where I was like, they should have had an explanation video at the least for us to understand. Because also maybe this person had the assumption that because she's a finance girly, so maybe she had the assumption of if you're following her, you have a finance background or interest, so it won't be as hard for you to use as it was for me. So I tried to make my spreadsheet as easy as possible, to the point where even the person who cannot use Excel or Google Sheets, this is so easy because it's just one thing you need to do and you're done calculating. So yes, Monday, that's my goalpost at the moment. That's basically what's been keeping me away from my platforms. I've not been on TikTok, IG, YouTube, because I've genuinely been working so hard for it, and I hope it's easy for everyone. Also, one of the things I realized while I was doing my spreadsheet is it's so much easier for me to see what's costing me so much money and work on it, because I was comparing while I finished the spreadsheet and now calculating my prices for myself, I went ahead and started comparing my prices with like my purchasing prices with different like stores, and I was like, you know what, sometimes it's much cheaper to buy things at like the wholesale shop. Sometimes it's easier to buy from a baking shop. Like compare that and see how I can be coming up with ways to minimize especially my manufacturing costs, so that I don't end up charging my cakes so high. But I was able to sit down and calculate those and say, okay, this is where I was hurting myself. This is what I can do, like to minimize on costs. Especially one thing I realized, I spend so much money on riders, and it's not even a lot of money at the moment, because it's going to be, I'll send him to pick up ABCD for me and then pay 100 bob. But then there are some weeks I will send the rider like 6 times in a day, because oops, I forgot to order for this, let me ask Nuru if she has, so I can borrow, and then send the rider to her house, and then she doesn't have one thing, I send the rider to another house. And then I was like, I spent so much money paying riders, and if I was to fuel the car, I would genuinely, although I hate leaving the house, but it would cost me, yes, more time probably, because once I'm out, it's like I see things I've never seen and then start wasting time. But that amount of money I pay the riders, I want to build the economy and help everyone else, but I think I need to make smarter decisions. And riders, I think, are my most wasteful thing personally, because I don't do anything else that I personally can consider wasteful. So those are the things I was trying to think about, like create an expenses spreadsheet and see what do I personally do that makes me waste so much money. But I came to realize it's riders. I pay way too much money to riders. because if I'm sending a rider 5 times in a day and giving him like 500 to 1,000 bob, if I send him 3 times a week, that's so much money. There's no way I'd have spent 3,000 bob on fuel in a week, regardless of anything. Where am I going? Like, and to make it worse, every place I'm sending the rider is not even far enough for me to get an Uber return trip and still spend 3,000 bob. So those are the little things I've been trying to work on to save up money. And yeah, so yes, so the course is definitely ready. I will definitely see you on Monday. I pray to God and I hope to God I don't change my mind, I don't shift the goalposts, because I am definitely nervous about it. I am hoping it's so easily understood by everyone, and that's probably why I've kept reviewing it, because of the fear of what if it's not perfect. But then it's something I tell everyone, but not myself. It's never going to be perfect until it's out there. I can perfect the next thing, but at the moment I feel like this is perfect. So this, because there's really nothing else for me to add. So the next, I don't know for you guys to be next day or next 2 days, depending on when I'll upload this video, for either Saturday or Sunday. But for the next 2 days, all I have to do is proofread like 1 or 2 more times and then just have it out in the world. Like, there's nothing else left for me to do other than pray. It's easily understood and it's easy for everyone to grasp. But yeah, I'm really proud of myself for actually sticking to working on something and working so hard on something with the fear of I don't know what will happen. But then in my head, I'm also like, since I don't know what will happen, I've already done it. It's already out in the universe, whether I post or not, but I'm posting. But it's already out into the universe, so I am definitely going to post it. And I hope you guys really find it easy to use. And I feel like now I'm repeating myself because of the nerves, but it is what it is. I guess I'll see you on Monday, and I will basically, everything here I've shared is everything I wish someone had shared with me when I started out. But as I said, my goal for everyone who ever meets me or asks me for information is to simply learn without having to struggle too much. I don't mind being transparent. I don't mind oversharing some information. So this is why I've created these courses for you guys, so that it's so simple to work and use. And I really, really hope that it's perfect for you guys and it will be easy for you guys to work with and you won't ever need to struggle again. Definitely be waiting for your feedback and for your review, and hoping it helps you in your business in as much as it has helped me in my business. So thank you, and I'll definitely see you in the next one. Bye.